Craig Lucy continues our coverage now, and Craig, a new face is stepping into the national spotlight in this case.
That's right, Aixa. High-profile criminal attorney Mark NeJame is now representing George and Cindy Anthony. He will be doing national television interviews in New York, where he is right now. You will see him on the Today Show at 10 a.m. But first, you're going to see him right here on West 2 News. And he said that we need to get back to where this whole story started, and that is keeping the focus on finding Kaylee and taking that focus off of her grandparents. Take a look.
Do not represent Casey. I've never met Casey.
Mark NeJame's never met Casey Anthony or her attorney Jose Baez. He says he has one job in this high-profile case.
My exclusive goal is to represent George and Cindy in their quest to find their granddaughter, Kaylee.
In a one-on-one interview, NeJame says there's too much speculation going around.
Who's anybody to tell them how they're supposed to process this, how they're supposed to experience it, how they're supposed to grieve this? 40 years after Vietnam, we have POW MIAs. We have families still holding out hope that their beloved is still somewhere in the jungle of Vietnam, despite contrary evidence. I don't know how anybody can endure what they've gone through. You know, what's so hurtful, bothersome, and one reason we're here is that there's been so much judgment that's been attached to George and Cindy. These are wonderful people. I've yet to see them where they just haven't been privately just crying and crying. They've lost their beloved granddaughter. Their daughter, who they've raised, who's their daughter, is being accused of some of the most heinous things one can imagine.
And you saw a little snippet of that confrontation that George Anthony had with protesters. That happened here right in the driveway where there is some yellow caution tape. Mark NeJame says he doesn't think that George Anthony will be facing battery charges for that because the Homeowners Association, his firm, and law enforcement will be taking a look at where exactly the property line is and if indeed it did happen off of his property, and then charges could be filed. Also, you're going to hear how and why Mark NeJame is comparing this case to another high-profile case that most of everybody is familiar with. That is coming up in the next, or actually on CW 18. Live in East Orange County, Craig Lucy, West 2 News.